Okay, so I'm so happy for those of you who are able to make it. So I'm gonna try and keep this short, sweet, and to the point because I know everybody's super busy. But my goal for this call was to kind of bring some inspiration to our team, and we always talk about like little health stuff, which is totally fine, and health stuff's great. But I wanted to switch it up and share some personal stories and kind of testimonies, I guess, from some of the coaches on our team. And even if there's anyone on here who's not a coach and wanted to share a little bit about their experience so far. So I'm going to, hey Krista, let's make sure, can I make sure that I can hear you? The computer's been kind of funny. Yes, I can hear you.
Baby face around.
Perfect. Okay, hi Amber. Yay, fun. Okay, so first of all, I'll share like super quick. Most of you guys know why I got started and some of the stuff that I was struggling with, but I thought I'd summarize it again just for any of you newbies who didn't know. So I became a coach last year in March, and I was 3 months postpartum, and I had horrible back issues. I had diagnosed moderate to severe degenerative disc in my lower back, and I was just not okay with that. I wasn't okay with having severe back pain for the rest of my life. You know, before I turned 30, like I'm like, this is not okay. I have to find a way. And you know, the doctor said, well, it's just kind of a bummer. You're gonna have to deal with it, and I refused to accept it. And so that's when I saw my coach Elizabeth Hartke's results from 22-minute hardcore, and I was like, that's it. I want her abs. I want to know what she did after having a baby to get such amazing results. And that's when I started. And I signed up as a discount coach because I didn't think I had the time to actually be a coach. And I kind of thought it was like gimmick, and had no idea really what I was talking about. But I thought, no, like that's super cheesy, and I'm a registered nurse, so I'm just gonna stick to working long hours for a minimal amount of money, and that's gonna be okay with me. So that was my attitude in the beginning, and I realize a lot of people don't know that because I'm realizing I'm so enthusiastic and like extroverted about what I'm now that people are like, I am not like you. I could not be a coach. So I want people to know I've not always been like this. I did think it was silly in the beginning. I just wanted to do the program, and I wanted to add a discount. But then once I was doing the program, and I was like, hey, Mom, you should do this with me. I told my sister-in-law and told all the people around me, hey, let's do this together. I really need to get into shape. It'd be fun to do together. And I was like, I became a discount coach. I know you're going to want to become a discount coach to save money. So I didn't even really ask them. I just signed them up as discount coaches. And I remember Liz messaged me a couple days after I signed up, was like, what the heck did you do? How did you get to Emerald already? And I'm like, what the heck is that? I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. So that's really how it started. And then I was so blown away with my results and how much Shakeology helped me as a new mom that I was like, everyone needs to know about this. And then I learned the potential of coaching, and here we are. And it's totally like I am less than a year away probably from being able to do this full time and walk away from my really good paying job. And that for me is so amazing that I can have that opportunity. And I love this. Like I love doing these calls with you guys, and I love being able to help other people, and I love the messages I get from people whose lives have totally changed already, like in a month. You know, that's just so amazing. And as a nurse, that's why I went to school, to be able to help people. And I've been able to do so much more in impacting the health of families and generations in the last year than I have in my entire nursing career. So that for me has been so huge. So that's me in a nutshell. Okay, so I messaged our coaches before. Who of you guys would like to go first and kind of share a little bit about your story and become?
I can go.
Okay.
So I just joined as a coach a month ago, I think, right? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Because I've done 21-day fix and P90X, and I'd followed the meal plans, but I never bought Shakeology because I had just figured it was a ripoff, and I could eat healthy on my own, and I'm a cheapskate. And so finally, I just had my second baby last August, and I still hadn't lost baby number one's weight. So obviously, me doing it by myself wasn't working. So I decided that I should actually jump all in and not try and do it my roundabout cheapskate way. And so I joined the challenge group, and then Jessica convinced me to join as a coach. And I think it's held me more accountable for sure, and trying to get my friends to do it. And I think it helps me be better. It's reminding me that I need to be a good example in multiple ways, both to my biological children, and then I'm a teacher, so to all my students. Is helping me just kind of refocus what the biggest thing I think that I've gotten out of it so far.
That's so awesome. And how have you felt? How would you say since you started? It's been, I think, less than a month.
I know I can't.
Because we're finishing up our April challenge, and you signed up with that. So how would you say physically? What have been the biggest changes, I guess, that you've seen in less than a month?
I can already feel myself. Like for example, today at school, I was playing kickball with the kids, and I've been pitcher lately, and so like just even like like squatting down to get the ball, I could just feel like the strength in my legs coming back and the flexibility, and I'm more mentally clear and less foggy, which is good because I'm super sleep deprived. And then I was excited because I bought a pair of new Wranglers when I was in Montana over Thanksgiving, and I bought them and I knew they were too tight, but I was like, I'm gonna fit into these because I was sizes away. And I was like, it's gonna happen. And so we got to go. We were going somewhere, and I was like, I'm gonna wear these. Maybe I'll have to wear a super flowy shirt, but I'm gonna wear these. And I put them on, and they were comfortable. So that was super.
That's so cool. I love it. And I know with you working with kids, have you noticed a difference in your energy levels?
Yes, I'm not wanting to fall asleep reading to them at 2 o'clock. I still have energy.
This is so hard. Kids are so awesome. They're so draining. That's so cool. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Krista. I really appreciate it. I love it. Okay, who's next? We've got Sam and Sarah.
I can go
I can
next.
share.
Go ahead, Sam. I'll go after you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Mine's kind of cutting out. So,
Okay.
this is Sam. Hi. Okay, so my story, I'll try to make it as short as possible because I have my story kind of veers off. I started in 2014. We'll just start that. I signed up for Beachbody in 2014, and a friend had invited me to join this challenge group, and she had always bared with me when I would complain about me wanting to lose weight, how much I would overeat. I'd always complain about my portions were always too big, but I wouldn't really do anything about it. And so finally she called me up. She said, okay, I'm tired of you complaining. You're going to do this challenge group with me. And this is when 21 Day Fix first came out. It was just launched. And she said, you're going to get the Shakeology because then you can, basically get your workout for, I think it was like $12, So she goes, just sign up as a discount coach and she would get your Shakeology at a discount and then you can do this challenge group with me. I said, okay, had no clue what I was getting into. Did 21 Day Fix. I had great results and I was immediately hooked on sharing with others because I thought if I'm having results like this, then there's so many other people who are in the same boat as I am, at least when it comes to nutrition of overeating and not knowing the correct balance of how much protein, carbs, and fats we should be eating and so on. And so I started doing it as a business. And I did it for a year, I think it was, and I made it to Diamond. And I had a great team built up. And then thanks to Beachbody, it did help me to pursue my passion of fitness. Because of Beachbody, I decided to take the route of becoming a personal trainer. Shortly after that, I took the route to become a CrossFit coach. And by doing so, and unfortunately it led me astray from Beachbody, which was a good thing and kind of a bummer because now I have to start over as a Beachbody coach because I had quit the business. So it's kind of a a bittersweet thing because now I'm so happy to be on Jessica's team because she is exactly the type of leader that I need. And so my second time around, I joined Beachbody. Was it last November? I think is when I signed up again.
I think so.
And it's taken me a little bit to get going again because I've just been so busy with coaching and just life in general. But I know being a CrossFit coach, some people are like, well, you do CrossFit. Why would you be involved with Beachbody again? And I decided to, and I told Jessica this, I decided to go back to my roots of Beachbody because it is a great foundation. I was scared to walk into a gym 3 years ago. I was scared to even try CrossFit 3 years ago. Like I was the girl who would hide in a corner and just was happy at home. And I know there are a ton of people out there who are the same way. And I know that Beachbody has a great foundation of you get your workouts, you get your nutrition, and it's all in one. And being in CrossFit, I know how expensive it is to join a gym. I really do. So I know not everyone can afford to do that. So here's another option for people. So that's why I decided to come back to Beachbody and just put it out there to people that, hey, you know, just because I'm a CrossFit coach and that I love CrossFit and it's what I do now doesn't mean that I can't help other people with their goals in different ways. So that's my story.
I love that. I love that so much. Thank you, Sam, for sharing. And I watched your live video that you did. Was it last week? I can't remember. My brain's like
Probably, yeah.
I think last week. And I loved it because I love what you shared right now is that everyone's at a different level and I think that's so important to recognize because me and my husband, for those of you who don't know him, me and Jimmy did CrossFit together and I loved it, you know, before we had a kid. I absolutely loved it and it was like a great bonding experience that we did together and now that we have a 1-year-old and work full time, I missed that. That was part that I missed before before joining Beachbody and doing these programs. I missed that like camaraderie and being able to do those short and intense workouts and get those amazing results. And I think that's so awesome to be an example to show people that how you can do both or how to make your nutrition plan, you know, how to customize a 21-day fixed nutrition plan, for example, for a CrossFit trainer, or how to use Shakeology to help fuel your muscles. And that I love the combo of that. And I think so many times people think that Beachbody, you have to do only Beachbody, you know, or only CrossFit, or only step aerobics, or I don't know, whatever the other alternative is, because there's a lot out there. But people have to make it work for themselves and do something that's sustainable. And that's something I was thinking about today. And like I hear people talk about like running marathons all the time. And I was walking to my truck thinking about how much I truly hate running. Like I hate it. I think I was scarred from college softball when we had to run for punishment. And I think the part that's so important to health and fitness is integrating it into a lifestyle that you actually enjoy. Because if you're going to hate what you're doing, you're going to be miserable and you're never going to continue. You're never going to sustain that. So it's important that we all find what fits us, that what you actually enjoy. You know, obviously it's not about like actually enjoying the workouts because a lot of times maybe we don't enjoy the actual exercising because it's painful. But you know, you enjoy the results and you enjoy the health benefits, and eventually you will love to exercise and how it makes you feel in the endorphins, or love to do it with your spouse and love that that's a building thing together. Like Mike and Yvonne, you guys are a perfect example. I know you're on the call right now. But I love watching guys' sweaty selfies all the time, and that you guys have stuck to this, and this is round 2 for you guys. Both times have gotten incredible results and pushed through even when you're not feeling good, so props to you. But I think that that's a huge thing for us all, is to remember that we have to find what fits us, because everyone has a different situation. And as long as you're integrating healthy stuff into your lifestyle, that's really the goal, so that we can all have better quality of lives and be better versions of ourselves. Okay, that's all I got on that. Thank you, Sam. Okay, Sarah, you're up.
Okay, So I think I joined one of Jessica's challenge groups. Was it back in like July or August of
I think
last year?
so. Yes.
I tried to do the 22-minute hardcore. And I signed up because I had my first child in 2012 and my second in 2014. And I like retained weight from both those pregnancies, especially the second one held on to a lot of my weight. And I was trying a lot of different things to lose the weight, and it would work for a little while, and then gain it back again, or I would just keep trying it. Some things didn't work at all, but I wasn't really getting lasting results with anything. So I tried the challenge group, and I was not consistent. I didn't stick with it. I just fell off. Sorry. um, so then at the end of last year, I wanted to try something totally different, and I decided, okay, I'm going to sign up as a coach. I'm going to commit to leading my own challenge group because I am extremely motivated by a sense of obligation or duty. Like I can't say no to people or let people down. So if other people were counting on me to do my workouts and post and all that stuff, then I knew that I would do it. Um, so that was my initial motivation. So I did my first challenge group and I got great results in January and I was really excited. But mostly I was excited by how much better I felt, the amount of energy and just felt healthier. And like it was an amazing internal transformation more than, I mean, the external transformation was there, but for me, that was not the amazing part. It was the internal, mental, and energy, all that stuff. Um, so I wanted to keep doing it. And it's just made such a huge difference in my life. And as people around me have seen that, it's motivated them to start making improvements in their health, and which is super exciting for me. And I've kind of ran the spectrum from just kind of doing it just for myself. I'm not really going to maybe I'll tell a couple people about what I'm doing, to now I'm like, everybody needs to do this, you guys. This is like, really, this is amazing. And just really wanting to help a lot of people kind of find the success that I found with it as far as my health and fitness journey. I think I shared on a video like some of it was this past weekend, some of the health issues and challenges that I was having pop up, and just going through these challenge groups and getting healthier and eating healthier and the Shakeology and the workouts. It's made a huge difference in all of those issues for me. So yeah, that's it. I've got a challenge group coming up, and I've got my mom doing it, and she's pre-diabetic, and she's had cancer already, and I've got my aunt doing it, and I've got people from work doing it, and it's awesome because I feel like I'm actually making a difference in people's lives, which is really exciting.
I love that. That's so awesome. It's totally what it's all about. Everything else is a bonus. Like the lasting, like truly heart fulfilling part of doing this is we have an impact on the people around us, and it's just so cool. I just love that part so much. And it's been so fun for me to reflect on with all of you, really, on conversations that we've had, like from the very beginning. And I've seen like such a shift with you, Sarah, and your sense of like believing what's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we first went through like your goals, like your physical goals, what are you trying to achieve? And then after this last challenge, and you're like, whoa, I got there way faster than I thought.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by the mental transformation has been huge in what I think is possible, for me and for others, and it's incredible.
Totally. I love it. Thank you for sharing. Tammy, you made it.
I made it. I'm a little late.
Woo! Okay, you're up. Sorry. So you just jumped on, but we're kind of just sharing what I messaged you about, kind of what made you become a coach and what your experience has been and anything you want to
I can hardly hear. There's some kind of like a sound. Can you hear that?
Yes, it's gone.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So why I became a coach was because I was interested in learning from Jessica. I felt like she was really knowledgeable, especially in nutrition. I've always been in fitness, and I loved learning from her and her energy and her enthusiasm for nutrition. And so I was very skeptical about coaching or online anything, social media, anything. I was very skeptical about all of it. I had never posted a picture of my children before I became a Beachbody coach. So it was pretty monumental for me to do that because I was afraid of social media. I just felt like it was weird. Generation before, or, you know, that wasn't normal when I was, so I was afraid of it a little bit. And I'm grateful that I took the plunge, and I've been learning along the way that there is a whole world of people that we could reach through the internet that I would have never been able to reach just in my circle of helping people with fitness. So I was really glad that I opened up that box of the internet world to be able to reach people and help them. So that was why I started, was because I was attracted to Jessica and her knowledge, but I'm grateful I started because it's opened almost like your clientele to people that you could help a lot more than just where you live or who you reach. I actually had an experience just recently sharing a post where I got to speak to a young girl about something totally not connected to Beachbody, and we had some really intimate conversations, and it was beautiful. For me, it was such a beautiful thing. I was like, I don't know that this girl will ever sign up, but I don't mind. I just really liked being able to speak to somebody I didn't know. I've never met her, and I got to have some really intimate conversations with her. So I thought that was awesome.
That's really cool. It's become, like, for me, I know it's been such like an awesome ministry tool to be able to reach people in some of their like biggest struggles, you know, in their dark
Yes.
moments. That's very cool.
Yes.
So for you,
Lexi
Tammy,
joined.
would you say, so you're a personal trainer, like,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say your biggest like surprise, I guess, in your physical fitness, your physical transformation has been for you since you've been, how long have you been a trainer now? How many years?
I think 12.
A long time. Like, this
Yes.
is your world for a long time. So what do you think was your biggest surprise in your own experience that you felt?
For myself personally, physically, I was at a plateau, and I had heard of adrenal fatigue, but I figured, oh, whatever, like I got to just keep doing. And I was at a point where I thought lifting heavier was going to change my body. And so I was really striving to lift heavy. I was teaching a lot of group exercise classes and getting in my own heavy workouts. And I was fatigued, and I was actually holding about 5 to 7% more body fat than I have now. And when I started Shakeology, within 8 weeks, I had lost 7% of my body fat. And I was like, wow, like I had not changed really. I wasn't working out more or less. I was working out the same amount, but my hormones were just a mess because of probably over exercise. And I was really excited that I had that hormone balancing that I was looking for, and that people around me could see the results on me, that people that I had been working out with for 3 to 5 years were like, what are you doing? And how'd you do that? And so that was a pretty easy.
Steroids.
Yeah. So, and then, of course, energy and fatigue. I did dread mornings. I was never a morning person. For 20 years, I hadn't been a morning person. And so I just figured once you have your coffee, you'll start moving. Well, now I can actually wake up and be awake and not like go, oh, just give me 10 or 15 minutes after my coffee and then I'll wake up. I actually wake up and feel awake. And that's a big difference from what I experienced before I started Shakeology. So those couple things, and I have to admit, I knew nothing. I had done zero research on Shakeology before I started with Jessica. I had researched quite a few other protein supplements and was kind of at the point where whatever, they're all the same as long as it's a good source of protein. And, you know, I just realized I was spending $81 on 16 servings of the expensive protein supplement that I bought. And I just did that because I thought, oh, this is a healthy one. And, you know, I never really broke it down per serving and like really thought about it as much as, and so when I had been introduced 2 times before Jessica to Shakeology, I was like, oh, whatever, they're all the same. And I didn't give it much thought because I was like, whatever, you know, all the protein powders are protein powders. And so I'm just really grateful that that I started and that I actually was humbled by the fact that I didn't know everything about protein powders or supplements in general. I mean, I kind of thought I had enough information in my brain about them, but I really didn't. And now I'm being asked questions about different ones that I'm like, well, this is really, really worth what it is.
Totally.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much.
That's a lot of information.
It's awesome. I really appreciate it. It's been so fun. You're killing it. Helping so many people in the process. It's so cool to see. All right. Lexi, you just jumped on. Are you there?
Because, what do you think?
Lexi, you just muted yourself. Can you hear me now? Maybe we'll see if this. While she's trying to figure that out, Happy Bear, why did you
Hi, team.
Why did you get Beachbody Coach?
My wife told me to.
Yay! Good answer.
I get a gold star.
Oh man, it's so funny. I've had some people say, your husband's my Beachbody coach.
But I never talked to him.
I don't know if I feel comfortable talking to him about my hormones. Someone told me that. Oh man, yeah, it's totally a business strategy. So if my husband is listed as your Beachbody coach, which he is for some of you, I got you. And he's awesome. I've trained him.
Support my wife 100%. I say, you go. You're doing it.
Yes.
What do you need? You need me to bounce baby?
He does.
I got baby.
He does. He is my babysitter and meal maker.
Did you ever tell him the story that first time we started talking, I asked you about meal prep and diet?
I did not.
You should share that story on here.
You should share that story.
No, I don't share well.
Share that story. You're a good sharer. I don't remember all of that story.
I was training.
I know, but you never followed my plan.
No.
I put him on a plan. So this is way before Beachbody, right? And he is training to go into the Air Force. And he's like, hey, you're really good at this stuff, like nutrition stuff. Can you maybe make me a meal plan? Do you want to tell the story?
No, go for it.
Go for it. Interject.
Add on to that, but finish your statement.
No, add.
Finish your statement.
We are not good at this. Go ahead.
Well, you add on to the adrenal fatigue, because I probably did the same thing.
Listen, probably you absolutely did.
So, as you were saying, you were lifting heavy, and you were teaching classes and stuff like that. When I was trained to go back on team or go back into the military, I was doing 2-a-days plus swimming, and I was doing 2-a-days at the CrossFit gym. So I'd run the 2.5 miles to the gym, work out, run home, shower, and then I would go to work. And I was working construction at the time, running heavy equipment and pouring concrete. So on concrete 4 days, we were averaging right around 1,500 yards a day. Right. So I'd work for 10 hours a day, and then I'd run back to I'd get home, change, run the 2.5 miles back to the gym, to the CrossFit Street, do the WOD of the day, and then run back. And then every other day, if I wasn't doing 2-a-days at CrossFit, then I was swimming, so that I was doing my water calisthenics. So I was averaging right around 750 to 1,000 meters a day on the days that I swam. So we started talking. I'm like, hey, you're a health coach. You do this from Spain, and you know all these diets. I don't know why I'm so tired.
So So I sent him, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'd love to help you out. So I send him this like whole health questionnaire that's like super detailed, right? And it's like, so how many times do you poop a day? And he's like, nope,
Nope.
not happening. I think I went.
So, which led me to get started. She gave me some recommendations to do Sunrider and Adrenal DMG and some other products like that, and sent me to Sprouts with a shopping list.
I said, stop drinking coffee, make creamer.
And of course, I only bought about half on the list because I turned and looked at the price and go, nope, don't need that. I'll do the traditional stuff. More noodles. That's what I need.
It didn't work.
I was strong, but I wasn't. It was like you said, it was that fatigue you're through.
Right.
Yeah, and then you crashed. It didn't work. How do you feel now? What has been your experience with Shakeology and these programs? How do you feel about Autumn Calabrese?
I hate her.
I told you.
There's movements that she does that are stupid. If she ever hears this call, I don't actually hate you. If for some reason she ever hears this recording, I don't actually hate. But like, what did we do? The lunge row, like side lunge row.
I think it was the Dirty 30 workout.
Stupid.
30 workout extreme.
Stupid exercise.
I'm pretty sure every single minute of the 30 minutes he said, this is stupid. I'm like, just do it.
And like I said, I'm saying this is stupid, and you got to remember, I went through a selection process to where
I got special forces.
I got killed every day. Where a little glimpse into my world. First day we set up on the we called it the gunnel. So it's the pool. We did pool workouts in the morning. So we ran to the pool from the schoolhouse. We call it the schoolhouse. We ran to the pool. We line up in. We had to sit at attention and get ready to do our swim workouts. Well, if somebody messed up, then they'd have us do flutter kicks on the gunnel. So you had to hold on to the end of the pool or the gunnel and then hang your feet over, and you had to splash the water with your fins and do flutter kicks. Well, somebody always messed up like halfway through, so you'd have to do 100 4-count flutter kicks. And then about 83, they go, oh, Smith messed up, start over. 100 flutter kicks, go.
He tore his ab muscle.
So you would do that, and I'm yelling at Autumn going, you're stupid. This is a stupid workout.
How do you feel about Shakeology? Did you notice a difference?
Yeah, energy level's great. People at work love me right now. My energy's through the roof.
He's a go-getter. And he has a canine dog who's also crazy. So
yes.
They're really good. Good job.
Okay. I got to go feed the dog.
Okay, thanks.
Bye, team.
Okay. I'll wrap it up. I know it's short. We're at 35 minutes. But do you guys have any questions or any other things that you wanted to share? Anything? It could be about anything. Nah. Okay, so we have our May 1st challenge group starting Monday next week. Yes. A week from today. And then our current April challenge group is stopping on Sunday. And we're doing our huge raffle on, I'll probably do it on Monday so we can give Sunday people peeps to finish logging all their stuff for the complete ultimate reset kit, which is going to be so fun to give away. In May's challenge, we're going to be giving away a NutriBullet system, so that will be super fun. Just remember to keep logging your stuff. The more you participate, the more raffle tickets you get entered into the raffle at the end. And yeah, that's all I got, you guys. I really appreciate everyone who shared on here, and for everyone who called in and anyone who's watching the recording. We have a pretty awesome team, and I'm super thankful for every single person who's involved in it, because we really have like a unique culture about our team, and I really love it because everyone has such a genuine heart, and it's just so cool to be a part of. So thank each and every one of you for the role that you play in that. Okay, now go be with your families. Be free. Bye, guys.
Free.
Bye.